Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Big T. Anderson. This is Let Go by the False Prophecy from the Adventure Time fandom. If you're new here, links are down below to the author's page as well as the fanfiction page. If you enjoy it, you can go through there, leave the author some good words, find some of their other work, leave a good review. It's not a proper reading until something goes wrong. Anyway. It is not a proper reading until something goes wrong. Jeebus. Criminelli. This is by the False Prophecy. Itchy. Oh, you know when you get an itch right behind your ear? Just like you need to start hitting it with something about, like, not quite sharp as a knife, but like a brick of metal, just so you can get that dull corner, just perfect scratching material. Just like, oh. Yeah. Anyway, that's what I had to go do. Anyway, this is Let Go. Let us begin. A sudden flash of light brought the boy into existence. He was in a room with odd decorations. Is this how humans live? Wondered the boy. Although he wasn't familiar with the room, he had to admit it felt rather homey. The warmth exuding from the setting was pleasant. Another flash of light appeared next to him, forcing his eyes shut due to the sheer brightness burning his retinas. Groggily, he opened his eyes to reveal a beautiful lady. Mom. He barely whispered, failing to control his emotions. Tears welled up in his eyes and whimpers escaped his lips. The boy's mom began to speak in a fit of glee. I'm really talking to my son, am I? Finn, I still can't believe I found you again. Biting his lips, Finn managed to calm himself enough to respond. Mom, he began louder than before, I've truly found you. I've made it through hell and look, I've found more humans. I'm not alone. You never were, Finn, and even so that doesn't matter now. I love you, Finn. I love you too, Mom. Darkness enveloped Finn's vision, and the warmth he had felt was replaced with a cool breeze. Finn did nothing, trying to unravel the mystery behind what had just occurred. The change in atmosphere brought him back to life as he slowly realized that he must have lost connection to his mother. He slowly removed a box that was strapped on his head. It was a VR headset the humans had created. Meant for recreational purposes, they had used it as a form of communication. Finn stared lifelessly at the headset. He was out of range, and that meant he could no longer speak to his long-lost mother. Slowly coming back to life, Finn took a quick peek at his surroundings. He was on a boat at sea with no islands being visible. On the boat with a dog and a robot. Yo, bro! How was it like talking to Minerva? Said the dog while stretching his body towards Finn. It was like a dream. Jake, I'm gonna miss her. You always got me, bro. As far as I know, I'm not going anywhere till I die. Thanks, Jake. After what felt like an hour, the boat suddenly was pulled into a current. What the glob? Yelled Finn, the child stabilizing himself. The tiny robot then screamed in a high-pitched Korean accent. Oh no, the giant hole in the water! Finn and Jake looked over the railings to find a waterfall in the middle of the ocean. I nearly forgot about that hole. I always wondered how it even got there. Probs during the Mush War. Finn couldn't stand to hear his brother's chatter and looked at the dog as if it were from another realm. Jake, you can't be serious, can you? We're about to die, you goof. As he stared that a giant dragon rose from the water, everyone on board sported a different expression. Finn seemed to be somewhat relieved that the dragon had arrived, while Jake seemed confused and the machine had an annoyed look. The robot was first to talk. Not you again. Are you going to tell us more endless stories? Whipple looked hurt. I came here to help, and I thought we had gotten over how annoying I can be. Finn immediately jumped to the dragon's defense. Beemo, that's not cool, bro. Whipple helped us out, and he's rad for doing that after our lame butts insulted him. Jake didn't seem pleased with where the conversation was headed, and quickly changed the subject. Why are you here anyway, Whipple? It's rather strange you arrived just in time to help us out of this mess. Whipple stuttered, "Well, I sort of followed you around since you guys are cool." "That's kind of creepy, man," replied Jake. "It doesn't matter right now. He's here, dude. Thanks. You can help us out of this watery grave there, Whipple." The dragon nodded and started to inflate his chest. "Hold on." He huffed with all his might, sending the boat flying over the giant canyon. While in the air, the crew waved each other farewell, with Whipple heading the opposite direction after his brief encounter with his new friends. After safely landing a few hundred kilometers away from the giant hull, the crew began to lightly steer the boat back on course towards a now visible continent. Finn, after discovering humans, dubbed this land of Oo, while the human village was now called Earth. The ocean had calmed and the sun was setting. Jake claimed that by morning they should be on near land. Since Jake was the expert on navigation, he was left to stay up and steer the ship, allowing for Finn to rest. After finding his way into the small cabin, he threw himself onto the bed. It had been a tiring day, both emotionally and physically. "My mom, she's dead, but she lives on through machines. All in all, I guess she seems to be the same person she was before. Considering how she reacted to finally finding her long-lost son, but I wonder if that's how she always looked. Earth isn't so far away from Oo. But will I ever see her again? I'll never be able to talk to her again unless I go visit her anyway. In the end, I never received closure. My mom, she's alive, but what does that matter when the world separates us?" The boy shook his head. Now was not the time to get thoughtful, his body begging him to rest. Finn ignored the thoughts clouding his mind and tried to think of happier ones, like Jake and bacon pancakes. Slowly, Finn's eyes had shut, and in a matter of seconds he had fallen asleep. The world can wait for their hero to get a good night's rest. And that was Let Go by The False Prophecy. If you enjoyed it, give a good review down through the links. Let the author know. If you liked how I did it, or you just have something to say, let me know. Have a good one. Ta-ta for now.